Due to a family tradition, two brothers visit Germany where they also happen to stumble upon a covert beer tournament. To compete in the next Beerfest, they now put together a beer team. Stick around to the end to see how the whole story unfolds. Hello and welcome to Comedy Recap. Today we will give you a recap of the film Beerfest. Spoilers ahead, obviously. And without further ado, let's dive right into it. The movie starts and we see two people playing the game Quarters. One of these people is Jan Wolfhouse. It seems like he is losing all the games, so he proposes that the two play a winner-takes-all game. The other guy, who happens to be Jan's father, agrees, and the two decide on the game based on Jan flipping a coin into a flower vase, which he manages to do so. After he loses the game, his father starts threatening him, but before things could proceed, Jan's brother, Todd, shows up and beckons them toward the funeral of their partition, Johann Wolfhouse. They all see a video of Johann committing suicide on his hospital bed after drinking a lot of beer. Before dying, however, he leaves a doll for Jan and Todd. The scene changes and we see Gam Gam, Johann's mother, instructing John and Todd on what to do with Johann's ashes. Then it is revealed that they must travel to Munich, Germany during a certain event, where they must enter Johann's ashes with those of their forefathers. Oktoberfest is that unique celebration. They will meet Mr. Schneidelwitzen there, and he will lead them to the family graveyard where they will bury Johann's remains among those of their elders. But nothing goes according to plan, as they lost the ashes and brought down the whole Oktoberfest. Here they are met by a certain Mr. Schneidenwischen, who takes them to their Beerfest. Here they meet their cousins, who accuse their father of being a thief who stole their beer recipe, and their grandmother of being a prostitute. Things started to get heated, and the two families started jawing at each other. They have a beer drinking contest, which they lose. After being defeated, they are humiliated by everyone and are forced to leave the Beerfest. When the two get back home, they are angry about the treatment they faced and the fact that they called Gam Gam a prostitute. So, in retaliation, they decide they will train and defeat the game at their own game. That is, beer drinking. They plan to assemble a team to do so. The first person they plan to recruit to their team is a guy called Landfill. They find him in a hot dog eating competition, which he easily wins. They come over and greet him, and Landfill tells them how he was fired from the beer factory for drinking a lot of beer on the job. So, when Jan and Todd tell them about their plan of winning Beerfest, Landfill is excited at the prospect of drinking a lot of wine and winning the competition. The next person they plan to meet for their team is Fink, who is a doctor. Jan and Todd think he will be useful as he has a lot of knowledge about beer. However, Fink says that he does not want to join them as he is busy. This is because he is a successful person and has 3 PhDs. But when he hears about their competitors being German, he likes the idea of it and agrees. Finally, they then go to recruit their old friend Barry Barternoth. Barry is living in poverty and living with his pimp. They all present their offer to him, and Barry says he will do it for the money. But when he tries to demonstrate his skills, he fails miserably. In the end, he chases everyone away. They all go back to a restaurant to decide what they can do now, as they need one more person on the team. Suddenly, Barry comes and proves that he is still worthy of competing in Beerfest and starts doing these insane game moves.
Unbelievable!
He then says he couldn't do it before as he wasn't drunk, and as a result, he also joins the team. The next day, they start their preparation in a training facility arranged by Jan and Todd. They drink beer all day and play a lot of games. Barry, for some reason, cannot play beer pong and is struggling in games again. They spend the whole night drinking and wrestling each other. The next morning, everyone is feeling the after effects of being drunk due to excessive beer drinking. They sense that they are still not up to the mark, which is why they go to Gam Gam's for guidance. She tells them that the Germans are so good because they drink the urine of rams. They try to do so but cannot drink it because it is disgusting. Then they decide to mix it with some randoms in the hopes of improving the beer drinking game. As a result, they go to a party, and they all go a little crazy with the beer drinking. In the end, however, the police come over to shut down the party. They all run away to their training facility. Fink is left as he is strapped to a set of monkey bars after he was passed out. Now, with 8 months left in the competition, we see the gang in their training facility, where Fink is telling about the boot glass, which according to him is almost impossible to drink from. He says he doesn't know how their cousins, the Germans, do it. Fink then starts to fight with Landfill and breaks the doll given to Jan and Todd by their grandfather. Here they found the secret recipe of the Germans. After months, they managed to brew it, and it tastes amazing. With 4 months to go, they go out to a bar. Here they are playing drinking games and Barry gets too drunk. He then sleeps with a girl. On the other hand, Jan shows off the bottle he made for the secret recipe known as Schnitzengigel Ale. Later, we learn that the girl was actually Cherry, who was the assistant of Gam Gam. The beer they brewed turned out to be a major hit, and everybody is buying it. The Germans hear about it, and they also are coming to America to contest the gang. When they enter the bar, they contest the gang to take all beer pong tournament for the family recipe and $500,000. The gang agrees to do so. The next day is quite eventful. After a series of unfortunate events, the gang learns that Cherry, Gam Gam's helper, is a spy for the Germans and is recruited to steal the secret recipe. Landfill and Cherry engage in combat when Cherry copies the documents from the computer, and Cherry eventually knocks Landfill into a vat of unfinished beer. Later, Landfill is depressed due to his wife leaving and drinks a lot. While drunk, he drowns and dies. As a result, the gang decides that they have had enough and are packing the whole beer drinking competition. Gam Gam then later talks about their history of how she was a prostitute and how Jan and Todd are Barry's sons and are the firstborns of the Wolfhouse family. This makes them rightful owners of the beer recipe. Gam Gam says they should compete, but they are a person short now. However, Landfill's twin brother, Gil, comes in and proves he is just as good. They barely enter the competition thanks to Fink's quick thinking. In the competition, Team USA and Team Germany easily defeat everyone and face each other in the finals. In the finals, both teams are equally good, and in the end, it all comes down to a tie that was to be decided on a drink from the Big Boot. In the bathroom, Fink has determined what they need to master the boot glass drinking strategy. He tells the team, and they are ready to face the Germans. It is a close match, but Cherry makes fun of Gil's dead brother, Landfill, which causes him to lose when he is drinking the boot glass. However, Jan challenges them to a double or nothing final round, and the winner gets control of the Wolfhouse family brewery. It's time for the grand finals. The team delivers a pep talk. To beat the boot, Fink orders the team to follow his precise method. Fink's Yarmulke is then knocked off during some trash talking before the match, which enrages him to the point where Jan chooses to make Fink the anchorman over Gil. The referee warns them not to spill a drop as the game is about to begin. Fink defeats the German team by ferociously downing Das Boot. All that remains is one last drop from the Germans, which spills. Team USA is hereby crowned champion. A few months later, the gang is in Amsterdam. They spot Willie Nelson, a friend of theirs here. Willie informs Team USA that he is taking part in a top-secret worldwide competition for pot smokers. Then he extends an invitation to the men to become teammates. Another film, Potfest, is teased, and the movie ends. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.